Hello everyone, I hope you all are continuing to stay healthy and safe and continue practicing social distancing during these crazy times. I have another story for you all today written by my cousin Whitney over in Knoxville, Tennessee, and this is called Jason's Secret Tent. Right. Let me get adjusted here. Matching saucer and teacup, he was sent to his room. With his face pressed firmly against the window in his room, he thought and thought. Naughty Jason decided to use his time out to make a secret tent to hide from his mother. She will never find me in there. I can live in there forever, just by myself, no one else. Then I will never get in trouble again. After sheets from his bed spread from one dresser to the door, chairs propped underneath it to make it look like a castle, and his box full of magic supplies, Jason then knew that his secret tent was complete. He crawled inside and all was silent for a long, long time until he heard tap, tap, tap. Jason was quiet to hear the sound again. Then he heard it. Tap, tap, tap. It must be a pirate with a wooden peg leg, he said out loud, but quiet enough so the pirate with one leg could not hear him. When Jason did not hear the tap-tapping anymore, he knew the pirate with the peg leg must have found his buried treasure in his mother's jewelry box. Jason began to settle down and cook over his secret campfire. But then he heard ksplish, ksplish, swish, swish. Oh no, a swamp monster! Jason dug through his box of magic supplies. Aha! My magic flashlight. He turned on the flashlight and said, "Everyone knows swamp monsters are afraid of the light." He moved his magic flashlight back and forth as fast as he could with his eyes tightly closed. The skups stopped, and Jason said, "Ha, I knew that old swamp monster wouldn't be afraid of my magic flashlight. Nobody can come in my secret tent because it's mine and only mine, and because I think I will stay in here forever." But then he heard creakity, creakity, crack, crack. Jason decided he was kind of scared now, because he really didn't like the sneaky tree people. Creakity, creakity, creakity. Jason quickly put his hood over his head and pulled the strings tight. If you pretend you are a rock, the sneaky tree people pass right by you. I figured that out myself, Jason said. And what do you know? That sneaky tree person went by my secret tent. How did it get past Mama? Jason questioned. Jason was afraid now, but decided to stay brave even if he had another visitor. But then something made a screech, screech, scrape, screech. Jason whipped his head around so fast it made his head kind of dizzy. Jason laid there not moving a muscle so the tiptoeing Chinese dragon monster would not hear him. But the Chinese dragon monster did not go away. Screeched, screech, scrape, screech. Jason said, "Chinese dragon monsters are really big. I don't know if I should put out this fire with my water squirter or catch his spiky tail with my net." By the time Jason decided that his net was probably too small to catch a Chinese dragon monster, he heard step, step, kerplunk, ding, ding, ding. Well, I know exactly what that is. It's a little green leprechaun king who must have dropped his bag of gold. After searching for leprechauns in Mrs. Groom's class on St. Patrick's Day, I think they are little, but really scary. I just don't want to see him at all, Jason said. The truth is, Jason was just extremely afraid of leprechauns. Jason's bravery was really wearing thin now, and he didn't know how much longer he would be able to stay in his secret tent. There was a moment of silence, and Jason was afraid of what might come next. Then, drippity, drippity, swish-wash, swish-wash. Jason is shaking with fear now. I think I am going to leave my secret tent now. Yeah, I think now is a good time. Jason quickly packed his box of magic supplies, but then he heard crash! And Jason screamed, ah! Then Jason hid under a blanket with his head sticking out. He heard steps coming up towards the opening of his tent. Then he sees rubbery, wet hands open the door to his secret tent. Jason knew that the yellow people eater had finally come to get him. Jason, I have been looking for you, his mother said. Did you not hear me when I was walking around the house and my heels going tap, tap, tap? Did you not hear me mopping the floors with a kaplish, kaplish, swish, swish? Did you hear me on the wood floor with a creakity, creakity, crack, crack? Did you not hear me scraping food off the dinner plates, making a scritch, scritch, scrape, scritch? You must have heard your father come in, drop his wallet, and change going everywhere, making a step, step, kerplunk, ding, ding, ding. Did you hear me when I was washing dishes and drop a plate, making a drippity, drippity, swish, wash, swish, wash, crash? As soon as Jason hugged his mother's waist, he knew all the things he could have pulled out of his magic supplies box. His mother's protection was all he needed. Alright, and this is a special part of the story because Jason is actually based off a real person who is actually part of my family. Corporal Jason Dane Hovater was a beloved son, brother, best friend, and husband. The ones who knew him best, his mother and father, Kathy and Gerald, and his sisters and brothers, Jessica, Joseph, and Jesse, knew him as a mischievous little boy with an amazing imagination, and most of all, an outstanding sense of humor. He always led the mischief with the other three trailing behind him. Jason graced us all with laughter, joy, talent, and abundant love. We will always love and miss his always smiling face. Alright. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this story, and I will see you again soon with another video. Bye!